What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are live. Man, it's good to be back online. Oh man, what a crazy weekend. What a crazy week. Let's see. We have a very special guest this week. Today, we have FlyingRich. I like this guy. People give him a hard time because he's crazy, but I like him a lot. FlyingRich is a good dude. Let's see. I got a new camera set up. I got multiple things going on here. So if I'm not looking right at the camera, bear with me. I'm trying to church up my channel a little bit, make it nicer. We got Boss Hog in the chat. What's up, Boss? Boss Hog. Boss Hog, you came out to my event. How'd you like it, man? Andrew. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Andrew's in the chat. Andrew, people that don't do YouTube don't know our struggle, brother. They just don't know. It's tough. YouTube is I have a full-time job now. It's hard. YouTube is a full-time flipping job. I mean, it's rough. Andrew, how often do you spend editing your videos when you have a pretty good video? Curious. Curious to know, Andrew. Who else is in the chat? Please hit the thumbs up. Let's get everyone in here before we start getting too excited. Let's see. What's going on? Man, there's so much going on today. Yeah, a couple hours. So when you do a YouTube video, it's not as easy as people make it look. You know, a lot of the bigger gun tubers or YouTubers in general, they have support staff, they have editors, they have someone that does their camera work, and it's tough. I think if you're over like 300,000 subscribers, if you're pulling in 70, 80,000 views a video, you probably have an editor, because you just can't do it. You know, it's tough. It is tough. Let's see. David still drying out from the shoot. Man, you're not kidding. Nick Zapata, what's up? What's up? Yeah, so Andrew says when he's talking to the camera, he tries to do it in one take. That's really hard to do. And when you first start out, I remember the first time I tried to make a video, it took shucks. I was working, I did maybe 30, 40 takes for just like a 2-minute video. It was a little nuts. Now it's a little easier. Now you can just get on because I feel kind of at home. Everyone feels like my friends. I'm just hanging out with my buddies. Prepped Preacher, what's up, man? Ben Frank 15, 3-gun champ. Oh man. Gadil Vasquez. Oh man. Oh, that's an excellent question. What do I think of carry insurance? Do I recommend it? Okay, so here's my thoughts on carry insurance, like the Law Shield. When I took my concealed carry class with my wife a few years ago, most of the class was on, you know, do this, don't do that. And then the Texas Law Shield guy stood up and he scared the bejesus out of all of us. If you carry a gun and you get into a shootout, you're going to go to court, even if you're in 100% right. Terrified us. Half the people signed up. And then after a while, you know, I think it was like $28 a month, $30 a month. I just let it expire. If I could afford it, I would get it because it's good. And, you know, you can never have enough insurance. So Vasquez, if I could afford it, $30, $40, $50 a month for me and my wife, I would get it. I just can't afford it right now. YouTube keeps you broke. YouTube does keep you a little broke. But that's a great question. Good question. I appreciate it. Anybody else have any good questions? I like that. Prepping Preacher, you got to ask a question, man. Ask something. Let's play 20 questions. Oh, Will, you found a place in spring. We closed at the end of July. Oh, are you kidding? That's amazing. That's awesome. I can't wait. That's going to be a lot of fun because They have a lot of really great car meets here. It's like every weekend there's a really cool car meet, so you're gonna have a lot of fun. There's a bunch of JDM guys. There's a bunch of really cool Supra guys in here too. For some reason, Supra and GTR people usually will hang out together. I don't know why. They have like bonding experiences. Those two cars just kind of like peanut butter and jelly, right? Will, you'll back that up. Usually GTR and Supra guys hang out. I don't know why. My latest acquisition on the 2A. A Palmetto State Armory AR-10. PSA 10 will be here next week. That's my latest one. And I can't wait to get it. I'm pretty excited. I've been wanting one forever. That's so funny. I bought the mags. Yeah, it's in 308. So I bought the mags for the AR-10 6 months ago. And finally, I got the rifle. Let's see. Yeah, Jeff, that's funny. He's going to be here just to enjoy this August heat. All right. Let's see. Another good question. When is 5.56 ammo going to be more available in the northern part of the country? I don't know. You know, honestly, that's a good question because in Houston, you can get 5.56 all day long. It's about $12 a box, but it's coming down. I've seen it the other day. I think I saw it on the shelf for about, I don't know, it was $10.99. Still way too expensive. But I found a bunch of 308 for $18 a box. That was pretty cool. All right. FlyingRich is backstage. So this guy, let me give you a little background before he comes on and takes over the show, because Rich just takes over wherever he comes in. So I met Rich a little bit before the IV88 event, and the guy was just cracking me up the whole day. Really down to earth. Probably an alcoholic. Looks like he kicks puppies. Let's bring him in the chat. How are you, my man?
How's it going?
You stopped kicking puppies?
Oh no, I got a couple lined up to kick a little later.
That's right. That's right. Let's see. There's a lot of people in the chat. See, Will is he's gonna be my new buddy. I'm gonna introduce him to the car people.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
There are two cars I would kill for: a 2JZ, and a GTR.
Well, you saw that building that fell down. There was a white Supra in the parking lot, and the guy died in the building. And then they showed his car, and it was apparently it was like a mint condition Supra.
Really?
Bummer. I feel bad. You know, of course I feel bad for the guy first, but then the car too.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean,
bummer.
It's bad all the way around.
Andrew got some 10 millimeter today. Oh man, what did you pay for that, Andrew? I can get 10 mil out here. I don't want to tell anybody where, Carter's country, but it's $22 a box for 10 mil, which is a screaming deal. Let's see. Saw cases of green tip today. Rural King still too high. And I got to go to a Rural King. You know, have you ever been to a Rural King?
Yeah. I've worked in Minnesota and stuff like that, so I've been all over.
Yeah, so I drove all the way up to, when I did my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, I drove up to Tennessee, and I went through Georgia, and I tried to find a Rural King on that route. I couldn't find one, man. Could not find one.
But you found a Buc-ee's.
I did find Buc-ee's. You can't miss Buc-ee's. That's everywhere. Boss Hog was probably laughing about you kicking puppies. Let's see. Oh, man, the humidity. Yeah, just don't go too far. If he's in spring, he'll be fine. Because the humidity in Houston, Rich, works like this. I mean, if you're down by the coast, I swear, it's 10 degrees more humid than it is if you're even 20 miles north.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sticky by the... Ugh, I don't like it.
I've been in New York. This is like week 3 in New York, and it's like we got a storm rolling in, like a heavy freaking storm. The humidity is just cranking right now.
Oh, man. Oh, 32 for 10 mil? Andrew, my man, that's too much, brother. Woo! Rich, Andrew has a channel, too. I think he's in... Andrew, aren't you in Florida?
I'm in Jupiter.
Yeah, this guy's in your neck of the
Or the
woods.
Hughes Compound Southern Commands in Jupiter, also known as FRAS, the Flying Rich Autonomous Zone.
The Flying Richard Thomas. Oh, we're going to talk
Second
all
Amendment
about you
Sanctuary.
crashing planes in a minute. So I watched your videos.
Oh, you did?
So
All three of them?
when you said you were in the news for crashing a video, I'm like, nah, he's full of shucks. And you're on the news.
Oh, I dipped the stock market. I was in the New York Times, everything.
Yeah, crazy. So I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys in here. Everyone in the chat, please push a thumbs up. And then I'm going to put Rich's channel. Please subscribe to his channel. He's got a lot of stuff going on, but he actually has crashed 3 planes.
Well, 2 planes. The other one was actually in cockpit video. I had a brake failure and I had to land gear up.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Good thing I wasn't sitting in that front seat. That would have been too much weight. Sparks would have been flying out. All my tactical girth. So
you're not that big of a guy.
So you'll like this. I went on Amazon and I bought one of those really cool scales that does bone mass, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
BMI. Yeah. Freak that scale. Don't ever buy one of those. When I got on it, it said 1 at a time. It was horrible.
That's like I got the Mantis, and I thought, well, I tried the Mantis at Iraq Veteran, and I liked it, and I improved immediately. And now I have it, and I use it, and I'm like, I keep doing the same thing wrong. And I'm like, how am I going to learn? It tells me, the thing that sucks about the Mantis is it tells you exactly what you're doing wrong. And then I go do it again, wrong.
Right? I know a buddy of mine just picked one up out here.
Yep. Yeah,
Andrew's paying $32 for 10 mil, and then Will comes in here and breaks my heart, said he paid $40. Come on, guys. That's crazy. Will, you're gonna be a kid in a candy store in Houston when you can just go to Academy and buy 9mm for under $20. It's like $17 a box, $17.99, I think, on the high end. Which by today's standards, pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm holding out. I've weathered the ammo storm for the most part.
But is it ever coming down? So here's my thoughts on this.
It will.
I'm not sure, because with the price of inflation, and if you look at the cost of materials right now, wood, steel's gone up, all that cheap steel out of Korea is gone. I don't know. I think if I had to predict it, and we talked about this on the chat before, if I had to predict it, I think the lowest you'll ever find 9mm moving forward is probably around $14, $15 a box. I don't think we'll ever get that low again.
Pre-pandemic, I was like, I'm an opportunistic shopper, and I'm like, it's 23 cents a round for 9mm for 1,000 rounds. I won't buy any. It's like November. Like, I'm not going to buy it. I'm like, oh, frick me. I should have bought like 10 cases.
Right. I did the same thing. Well, it's funny because, in case you didn't know my story, my sob story, why I started this YouTube channel with almost no guns. Real quick, anybody in the chat, please push the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you could go share this video on your Facebook or Instagram, that'd be pretty sweet. Because
I'm going to share that right now.
Thank you, Rich.
Well, if you put the link up earlier today, I would have done it earlier.
That is true. My fault. So I was in between jobs. I quit my job the day they shut Houston down for COVID. And the job I was going to rescinded the offer. Yeah. It was
you were going from one to the other.
Oh, man. I was at a cocktail party. They said, we want to hire you. Come work for us.
Oh,
put your 2 weeks in now. You can start tomorrow. I put my 2 weeks in. I'm in sales. As soon as you put your 2 weeks in sales, you're cut off. Bye. See you later. The next day I got a call and the guy's like, hey, man, great chat last night. I wish I could hire you, but global hiring freeze from corporate over in, I don't want to name your company. Yeah. They might speak French.
You didn't get an offer letter? It was all on a handshake?
Handshake.
Yeah. See, I don't do anything until I get an offer letter.
Well, I know that, but I was drinking heavily. I was at the rodeo. I was having a good time. I had my hat on. I had my buckle. I was ready to party. And so I quit my job. I got stuck in limbo. And since I quit, I couldn't collect unemployment. So for 9 months, I had to sell every gun except for 2. 3.
Oh.
All my ammo had to go. I sold all my ammo. Literally,
Oh.
I had half a box of 9mm. Then I was lucky enough to get another job in right before Christmas. So that's when I started doing these YouTubes, like right then. And I started buying as much ammo as I can. And now I have a plethora. I have a plethora of ammo. Every extra dollar I got. I mean, I even had the
can't
GTR up for
say.
sale. The GTR was on the chopping
Oh,
block
really?
too. Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
I almost lost everything. But thank God for guns, because if it wasn't for the guns, I would have sold the GTR. And like we were literally beans and rice in it when I got that job. Because people see that you have lots of cool stuff and like, oh, you must be rich. No, you're in debt. It's a big difference.
That's a joke in aviation. They think, people think you have money because you have an airplane. It's like, no, I'm broke.
Right?
And oh gosh, we just had a Harry Potter fan at all? Do you at least know Harry Potter?
You know what? Look, I don't know if I'm going to lose any street credibility here. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
My wife's a total Harry Potter nerd. I had a freaking howler with my wife and daughter just before the show here. Just like I'm in New York and they're both in Florida right now.
Oh man,
my little darling, my 19-year-old girl that thinks she knows everything. She's like, oh, we live in Jupiter, and she goes to college in Gainesville out by Hank Strange. And she's like, well, I got a job there and I'm going there. I'm like, okay. She's like, and you got to pay for my apartment. I'm like, I haven't paid, we drove up to New York. She spent the week in New York City with her friends. I didn't have to pay for her to stay there. She spent like a weekend up in Boston with some friends. I didn't have to pay. She spent like this past weekend, 4th of July in Gainesville, went to some concert, whatever. I didn't have to pay for it. Like, why do I have to pay for that? And I told her earlier in the summer when she came home, she said, well, I'm going to go to Gainesville. I'm like, fine. I'm like, I'm moving you once. She's like, well, I'll have to move there and work, and then I'll have to come back for 2 weeks and then move again. I'm like, I used some unpleasant terms. I said, I'm not her moving something, and you're getting moved in once, and that's it.
Yeah, I have a 19-year-old too.
Oh, okay.
But mine watches the show, so I love mine to absolute death. She does nothing wrong. I love you. I love you. So William in chat had an interesting question. Will said, Smash Time, what gun did you sell that you regret the most or can't find a replacement? So let me tell you, I've complained on the channel a lot about this, but I had a SIG 1911 and 10 mil, the TAC Ops, and I had to sell it. And I was literally like, oh, I actually made some money on it, but man, it killed me. So now my goal is to find a SIG TAC Ops in 10 mil.
You looking to buy it all back?
And I can't find one locally. It sucks. It sucks. Corey's in the chat. What's up, Cory?
Jeff has the. I'm not going to read what Jeff said, but Jeff's got it. That's what we all say in aviation.
Wise man once said, if it flies it for floats, rent it. Owning them costs too much. 100%.
Well, the actual saying, did he say no? If it flies, floats, or some other 4-letter acronym that it's actually a British legal term for unlawful carnal knowledge, rent it, don't own it.
Right. Uh-oh, Felicia's in the chat. Boss Hog. Boss Hog, were you a pilot? Did you ever fly any planes?
I think Boss got his pilot's license or was doing it.
Oh, man. So let me tell you, you got to come out to my next event. I mean, it was like so did you watch my video of my last event?
I haven't watched your video.
At least he's honest, folks. At least
I mean, I know you. I've seen him come through that you had meetups and stuff.
He's like mute, delete.
no, I've seen you got the meetups. You go to the ammo stores.
Yeah, so we had a meetup last weekend, and it was at a tactical bay at the Renaissance Gun Club here in Texas. And I thought, I talked to the owner, Adam, and I'm like, hey, man, we just want to come hang out, have some barbecue and shoot guns. Great. So we showed up. He had 2 stages set up, ready for everyone to shoot. And I was like, oh, crap. I'm not that good of a shot. And he goes, well, I don't give a shit. You're going to shoot. And I go, okay. So I think only 2 people out of that entire group of 20-ish people ever shot like a stage with the beeper, beep, and you shoot. Man, we all had the best time of our life. It rained like crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then sun came out. We kept on shooting. It was a blast. But have you ever done those? Have you ever done like a shooting stages?
Not with a timer, but yeah, I've done a little bit of it. Like last time I was in Tampa and we're just doing drills the whole time.
Yeah, that's so well. The timer.
So like run and gun kind of stuff.
I don't think any of us was paying attention to the timer because we all suck so bad. You know who the best shot was? Some 17-year-old random kid that showed up, a friend of a friend, playing Call of Duty his whole life, and he was shooting a staccato, but still, he just destroyed some punk kid. He was a good guy though, man. You'll see in the video, people were like, "Get out of here, you smarty pants." We're all veterans with our tactical pistols, thinking we're so cool.
Yeah, actually, I did watch the video Boss Hog posted from the shoot.
Oh yeah, he's in the Boss Hog. He didn't care about that timer either. I don't think anybody cared about the timer. I just wanted to hit the steel targets. And you notice the second stage, I didn't put my video because I couldn't get past the dueling tree. 26 shots.
How many?
Couldn't get past that tree.
How many plates on the dueling tree?
8.
8? Yeah. And how far away was it?
I hit 4. It was pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. It was embarrassing. Because
you shoot 22 caliber, so it wouldn't swing. What was the problem?
No, because anybody in the chat, especially if you've ever shot at a dueling tree, it will drive you absolutely bananas. Because if you hit the first one, you can just keep going. But if you miss 2 in a row, 3 in a row, then you start.
Oh, all right, panicking. Yeah. Then you start getting
Oh my God, it was bad. I didn't. That's why I'm not in that. You know, they say the best gun tubers are the best editors, and that's why I'm not in that video.
Well, I'll tell you what. The first time I shot with Hank at the Hacienda, it's it's like you mess up, it's all on the video. Like I don't get I don't get a redo. I don't get. So it's like if you look at that video, we're shooting a lever action Henry, and it's like my second shot, I hit the clay in the berm. Nah, I'm good. I hit it. I don't want to shoot anymore. I look bad. Or wait. You remember the at the Iraq veteran shoot, they had the full auto 22, and you're shooting the clay with the 22.
That was so hard. I couldn't.
So the second time, the first time I mag dumped and absolutely missed. The second time he's like, "Hey, just do like a 1 second burst, 2 second burst." So I got it on the second burst, and then I tried like 9 more times, couldn't hit it at all. But of course, I edited so you see the clay.
Right. Well, I'm not naming names, guys, but you'll see some gun tubers that show close-ups of them shooting these pistols, but you never see them shooting the target. I'm not naming names because hey, who am I to throw stones at? My house is pure glass. Pure glass.
I run hot and cold, so there are times I do pretty good, and I'm like, holy cow, look at how good I am. And then there are times I totally suck.
Right. Oh, here's a good second. Let's see something we could talk about. So I got Robert hooked on those sticky holsters, which I'm a huge fanatic. I love sticky holsters. And I guess he went to a leather holster and went back to a sticky. And I got to tell you, Sticky Holster has a big announcement coming up in about 10 days. So keep on the lookout for that. They gave me some.
Is there a stickier holster?
It's a super sticky holster. It sticks right to your forehead. No, but they have a big announcement coming up, and it's really cool. And let's see. Will saw the vid. What range is that on Sunday? Me and the wife were on the during the downpour you guys got dealt with, delayed us an hour. Yeah, that downpour was rough. But hey, you'll be out here for the next one. The next one is the second week of September. Second weekend of September. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I am going to be, let's see, is it the October 9th, I think? 9th and 10th, whatever that weekend is. Actually, with Chris Ann Hall and the Bearded Black Cowboy in Gainesville, Texas, shooting.
Clash Bash?
No, it's not Clash Bash. It's the Bearded Black Cowboy does, close-in combat weapons retention.
Cool.
So, Yeah, I've been out there a number of times, so my wife and I are going out.
I must have missed that invite. I don't know
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
No,
Nice.
I'm just kidding. Andrew has a good question. Next purchase. Next purchase, I just picked up that PSA 308. And after that, I've been getting a lot of Rugers lately. Like I've
Which
always been a big Springfield Armory Ruger fanatic. And if I can swing it and afford it in about 2 months, I'm gonna get the Ronin. Springfield Armory has a 1911 called a Ronin in 10 mil. It's not my SIG, but it's supposed to be really, really good. So that's my next purchase.
So, all right. So, if you got the 308 upper, you're not going to get the 6.5 Creedmoor upper.
No, too many
Why not?
calibers. Too many calibers.
You got to have a 6.5 Creedmoor. Then you got to have the 6.5 PRC, and then
Well, if you look, I got this. Oh, I can't touch it, but I have this lower here. Ooh, not touching you. Not touching you. Anyway,
Yeah, we only see this much of the screen, so.
Oh, that's right. So this one,
Yeah,
I'm not touching it. I have a lower I've had for God 7-8 months, and I need an upper for it. And I just can't decide what I want to do with it.
So with Palmetto, I did the same thing. I opportunistically bought like a Blem 308 lower, AR-10 lower. And then when the upper came on sale, when the price dropped to, I was totally trolling their website until the prices came down to a sweet spot, and I bought the stuff.
Yeah. No, David.
Also,
David in the chat says my wife showed them all up at the beat, and I don't think so. What she did is she was shooting, and then she had a 380. She pulled out a 380 when she ran out of regular bullets, and I go, that's got to be cheating. You can't bring 2 guns to that thing, can you? I don't think that's legit.
oh, that's called a New York reload.
Yeah, right. Oh, look, B Noise. Hey, B Noise wasn't at the meet, man. Trust me, I was looking for you. That's messed up. I had you down. Cory. Oh man, look at this.
So if you're ever in the hood of Palmetto State Armory, their in-store prices are much better than their online prices.
No kidding.
Yep.
They're from Florida, right? PSA?
Nope. No. Is it North Carolina? It's so funny. I was driving back. I guess it was February. I'm driving back from New York to Florida, and I'm like, "Huh, I wonder where there's a PSA." And I just hit the GPS. I'm like, "Holy cow! It's the next exit."
No
so I jumped
kidding.
off. I went in. What was that?
I said, no kidding. That's pretty awesome.
It was just kind of weird. Range Bros. Hey, buddy. I don't know if you met Range Bros. He was an Iraq veteran.
Maybe. Range Bros. Range Bros. Range Bros TV?
Yep. Good guy.
What does he look like?
See, now, if I say he doesn't look like me, he looks more like Hank, does that make me a bad guy?
He's a black guy. I grew up in Compton. There was only like 7 there, so I'll probably talk to him.
Yeah. Oh, he says you did. Yeah.
I think he wasn't one of the guys that got tased, was he?
Nah. And Tank.
Those guys were.
So I brought Tank, who tased everybody.
No way would I get tased. Those 2 guys. Let's see. See, B Noise, you should have came out. Yeah.
So what Rugers do you have?
I have now I have the Max 9.
Okay.
I think that's a great pistol. That video is coming out pretty quick. I just did I did a comparison between a Max 9 and Springfield RDP.
And do you have a SIG P365?
I have one on loan. My neighbor let me borrow his for a little bit.
What do you think Max 9 versus 365?
Price-wise, I'd go Max 9.
Okay, so I'm a lefty, and the big thing was the reversible mag release. Does the Max 9 have reversible mag release?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But so I also had the Ruger RDP, the SIG 365, and then the Max 9. And I was really, as I was reviewing it, I really wanted the Springfield to win because I'm completely biased and I love Springfield Armory. And I hated it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it compared to the other. The SIG, of course, the SIG 365 shoots the best, but value for your money, I think the Ruger Max 9 is not bad at all.
No, and if you're a righty, it doesn't matter. Get it. I would say the big deal, I pocket carry left, and I bump the mag release all the time.
Oh, that's not good.
Right. So all of my guns, I leave configured for a right-handed person, except my carry gun, my pocket carry gun, that I got to switch the mag release. So,
oh really?
I don't have a problem, with my left hand, using my middle finger ejecting the mag. I probably operate the mag better than somebody that would use their thumb to do it. So It doesn't bother me doing that. But it's just the whole, my 365 in my pocket, or I used to carry like an LCP2 or Ruger LC9S.
Let's take a quick poll. There's 37 people in the chat. What do you guys carry? I know all of you guys carry on a daily basis, right? Come on. What do you guys carry? Cory, J Chill. What do you guys carry? Will, what's your carry gun? What about you, Rich? What's your carry gun? What do you carry on a daily?
My daily is the SIG P365.
I do like that gun a lot. You know what's funny? What's that trigger everyone puts in it?
Oh, I have no idea.
There's some kind of trigger. And, look. Oh, a Hellcat. There you go. 365, 43X. Oh, dang. Cory carries a FNX 45. That's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, G19.
Shield 45.
MMP 45. Yeah. I think that Shield Performance Center is nice. Michael Henderson's T3C. Yeah.
320 compact. Okay.
Hellcat's real popular. I like it. I thought the RDP would be nicer, but I didn't like it. I mean,
okay, Skyer Glock 26.
Yeah, look at that. 320 Range Bro. Range Bros has a YouTube, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Does anybody in the chat subscribe already to Range Bros? Let's check him out real quick. Range Bros. But TB. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh man, so, 68 subscribers. Come on, buddy. Everyone, please let's
boost him up.
Come on, everyone, please go subscribe to Range Bros. Let's get him over 100.
See, that's what I love about the community. Is like we're all out here helping each other.
Oh, he's a fish tank guy too. I like that. I'm really big in the fish tanks. Oh yeah, I talked to this guy. He's cool as heck. Yeah, we talk quite a bit. I like that guy. Range Bros, you're good people, man. I like you. Everyone, that's my goal. I'm going to get you past 100 subscribers. Everyone go subscribe to Range Bros. Cool. He is probably one of the coolest dudes out there. You got to get past 100, brother. I'm saying brother in the cool way, not just because you're a brother.
He's cool. He's not going to get on you about that.
Nah, he's good people, man. I like that guy a lot. We talked actually a lot. It was funny because when I went up there, B-Noise, no, it's not Bang Bros. Oh, man. Hey, everyone in the chat, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. You can always unsubscribe if you don't like the channel. I had 10 people unsubscribe.
Or just subscribe to my channel.
And subscribe to Rich's channel. All right. So what did you carry before the 365, Rich?
The LC9S or the LCP2.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good pistols.
Yeah, and again, as a lefty, they suck because the LC9S has a magazine disconnector.
Really?
Which I didn't remove. I did remove the safety on it because I would also bang the safety. Two things on the LC9S pocket carrying in the left side is I would hit the safety on, which I personally, I don't think a carry gun should have a safety.
I never put the safety on.
Well, I actually removed the safety from the slide.
Is that legal?
I live in Florida. That's the legal part.
You're like, I got, DeSantis. I'm good.
Yeah, DeSantis got my back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like the XDMs. Like I've carried, so I switched carry guns. So for the last 7 years, I carried an XD 9mm compact, and I really like that gun. And then I just switched to the Springfield Elite 9mm 3.8 with the Hex red dot. So I just switched to a red dot sight, and at first I hated it because you have to. If anybody here shoots a red dot, like once you fish for the red dot and you have it, it's easy to shoot.
Yes.
But that
Oh,
first shot,
the dot's off. It's not working.
no, that first shot, you almost have to draw and learn. So you have to run a drill where you just pull up to you pull up and you go
you
for
gotta.
the target. If you don't automatically get the red dot, don't take the shot. Don't fish for it. So I just kept doing that, and after about an hour, I was hitting that red dot every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my Ruger 5.7 has the red dot.
So I'm trying to use that as my carry gun with the red dot, except after 4 or 5 days, that red dot gets a little dirty, dusty.
Oh yeah.
So you got to clean it. So I don't know. I love the pistol though. That the Springfield XDM Elite 9mm it fits in my hand like a glove, like it was made just for me. I love that pistol.
Well, how do you carry?
Well, since I have tactical girth rich, appendix carry is kind of out of the option. So I don't do that. So I just carry on my side. Or a little bit back. What do they call that? 4 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you carry?
Typically pocket. Typically front left pocket. I'm usually wearing cargo pants.
No kidding. I can't carry in my pocket, man. That just feels weird.
I mean, right now I'm in New York and I'm carrying a wallet where my gun is. You know, it's like I only have my wit to defend me here in New York. You know.
What are you doing in New York?
Trying to sell the Hughes Compound Northern Command.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God, real estate in New York took a dive, man.
No. Not on Long Island.
No, the thing is, the Chinese are coming in and buying a lot of real estate in New York.
I owe some money on the house, but what it'll sell for, holy cow.
All right. Conrad, see you later, buddy. Let's see, there's John Doe. It's hard to have a conversation and stay in the chat because I kind of want to, I want to acknowledge these guys that are doing the chats. It's kind of tough. The XDM have a horrible trigger. I need an aftermarket one. There's a lot. Come on, man. John, my buddy. I love the trigger on the XDM. Except, what do I know? That's what I'm used to. So I really.
You're not a trigger snob?
No, I like it. Let's see. And
I was surprised the Ruger 5.7 trigger I actually like better than the FN 5.7.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was shooting them side by side. I like the grip on the FN 5.7 better than the Ruger because I think my hands are bigger than what the Ruger was designed for.
Yeah.
But the trigger on the Ruger, and I'll tell you what, there's no reason that FN 5.7 should be $1,200-$1,300. That's ridiculous. It's a $400 gun any day of the week. Whereas the Ruger, with all of the machining on the slide, like pre-scandemic, it was like $625, I think, on the street for the most part. That was a hell of a value.
Yeah, for sure. You know what pistol really surprised me? Because Ruger, everyone knows I'm a Ruger fanboy. I love Ruger. I love Springfield. Those are my two favorite companies. And they had reached out to me. It was like, hey, if we send you this Max, not the Max 9, but if we send you the LCP Max, you want to do a review on it? I'm like, heck yeah, man.
Cool.
It's not free. Trust me, guys. They don't send anything for free. You pay for that stuff. So they sent me the LCP Max, and I'm like, it's a 380. I'll shoot it. I might like it. I freaking love it, man. That thing is great. It's
cool.
It's smaller than the Max 9 because it's 380, but it's not too small. So it's something you can shoot and actually enjoy shooting at the range. Because anybody in the chat that shot a regular LCP or a small 380, they're not fun to practice with. At least for me, I don't enjoy shooting with them.
No, that's because you have weak wrists. That's because you.
Well, trust me. Years of high school, this wrist is solid. It's got a lot of work. This way and this way. I did the stranger, everything. It's great. It's rock solid. It's the strongest muscle in my body is my wrist muscle. No, but you could actually shoot with that and actually enjoy it. Like I was running through multiple mags. I put 400-ish rounds of
Really?
380 through it. Yeah.
So did you get that pre-release, or did you get that like after it was announced?
I got it pre-release.
Ah.
I got it a week and a half before. And then they go, "Oh, well, we're not going to announce it for another 2 days." So I'm like, "Oh, I got plenty of time to do a video." And they're like, "Actually, no, we're going to do it right now." I'm like, so I had to stay up all night doing a video. And it came out pretty good, but I think it could have been a little bit better.
Oh, wait, I did watch that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually Slav Guns, I don't know if you know Slav Guns, but he's kind of an insider in the gun community. And he's been getting like all of the NDA pre-releases from Ruger.
Oh,
so
cool.
When the 5.7 came out, he had one ahead of time. And then the LCP or LC22 came out, he had that. So he's gotten a lot of these things. Right. He's not a big channel, but he does work in the gun industry.
Oh, well, that helps for sure.
Yeah. So, Ruger sent him all sorts of stuff.
Are you coming out here for the NRA show?
When is it? Because I that's not on my radar.
I think the NRA show's in October.
Oh, October's fucked for me.
Oh, God, this is a family show, Rich. Jesus.
It's almost 10 o'clock where I am.
Yeah, but it's New York. I mean, there should be sirens and gunshots. You must be on the top floor of your penthouse.
Yeah, no, I mean, actually, this is a 3-story Victoria my great-great-grandfather built. And so I'm hanging out in the attic, actually.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He built it.
Yep. Well, all right, I said it wrong. My great-grandfather built this house. My great-great-grandfather built the house next door. My dad still owns it.
Holy smokes. That's nuts. You know what's funny? If the end of the world ever came, nobody knows how to do any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, no.
You know who's going to survive? The Amish.
Me. I'm going to survive because I know how to do all this stuff.
Not if you have to fly a plane to get there. You're going to crash it. All right. So tell me, how did you crash into a house?
Well, it was 2 houses.
Yeah. Yeah. So you crashed into a house, hit the street, and then rolled into another house.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how I ended up backwards with the wings folded over, like, kind of like an X-Wing fighter in the hangar or whatever. But yeah.
What kind of plane was it?
So it was a Cozy 3. Both planes are basically the same plane. So if you can you post images, or you got StreamYard running, right?
Yeah, I can do images.
So if you Google up N144TJ.
Hold on. N144TJ.
And what is it? It's FlightAware. I think FlightAware has a picture of my plane. It's actually a picture of my plane and my wife together.
4TJ. Oh, is that your number?
Yeah, the tail number.
Aircraft.
So look at FlightAware. It should be like one of the first links that pops up.
All I see is just a wrecked house. Kidding.
No, that was 238 Charlie Zulu.
There's no photo on this one.
There's a photo.
No, not on FlightAware.
Hold on. It was there like a week ago.
N114TJ.
Nope. 144TJ.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody does that. The air traffic controllers do that also. Yep, it's the first link.
Who's the chick?
That's my wife.
Oh, I mean, who's that lovely, smart young lady? That's your wife?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Rich.
Look at my Instagram. She's in there too.
I know you're rich now. Wah, wah, wah. Here, let's.
So the plane's nose down in that picture. We call that the grazing position. The nose gear's retracted and actually not tied down, just sitting like that. It's good for 40 knot winds in any direction. It won't move.
No.
Whereas your
kidding.
Cessna would be tumbling around the airport.
I'm gonna do this like this so I don't get in trouble. I know YouTube is weird sometimes. Like if you show stuff that they don't agree with, then they get really mad at you. So I'm just gonna do a cutout. Let me do share screen.
You're trying to cut out the FlightAware. It's my picture. It's not FlightAware's picture.
It doesn't matter. So that's your plane, huh?
Yep.
Everyone's staring at my...
Before I crashed it. So actually, that's the second plane. The first plane was, nearly identical to that.
Man, that's really cool. How much do those planes cost?
I paid $40 for that. I don't know if it was like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. What about today's prices?
It's all over. The prices are all over. So a plane is a lot like a boat. You have the hull, the fuselage, you have the engine, and then you have the electronics, the avionics. So it really depends. Like you could get a plane with a great fuselage and an engine that's, almost over the hill as far as time goes, and, maybe okay avionics. And you might get a good deal on it, but you're going to have to rebuild the engine, and you may want to upgrade the radios and stuff like that. So
I don't know. I don't know if I could buy a used plane. It just sounds dangerous.
Yeah, generally, I would say it would be a bad idea if you don't know what you're doing to buy a used plane.
Yeah, that's me.
Like I put an autopilot in that. I put an electric nose lift in it. I put a new navcom, an intercom, and then I ended up putting some EFIS units into it.
What's an EFIS unit?
Glass cockpit. It's electronic flight information system.
Oh man.
And I did all the wiring myself.
That explains the crashes. No, so have you ever been out to the Oklahoma Arms Show, the Tulsa Arms Show?
No, I haven't. Like Clover talks about that all the time. Clover Tech.
So I'm going, and it's something. Unless you've gone, guys, anybody here gone to the Tulsa Arms Show, the Wallmaker Show? I went on setup day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I could not see the whole show. I could not see it.
Wow.
I couldn't see it. And I was running past all the CNR stuff. There was so much cool stuff to look at that show. It's just bananas. Oh, so John Doe says, I can't feel the wall of the XDM Elite. It just smooth on through. Come on, John. I can feel the wall on mine.
Oh, I used to like Boss Hog. He says that explains everything, meaning I did all the work on the plane.
I know it. Boss Hog's a funny guy. He's going to come shooting with us again real soon. Cool. He told me when he was out there, he hadn't shot for 1.5 years. And I go, man,
really?
that's almost getting your man card taken away.
Right.
You got to shoot.
Dude, I haven't shot a whole lot. Like before Iraq Veteran, I think before Iraq Veteran, last time I shot was in Texas for training in February or March.
Wow. So you're using the Mantis?
Yeah, that is... All right, first off, the Mantis costs $250. You might think, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. But I'll tell you what, compared to what ammo costs, I got the Mantis just before I came up here to New York. So I got to get back and I got to finish, like I did an unboxing video on it.
I haven't had a chance to mess with this yet. I've had it for like 3 months.
No.
I'm telling you, when you try and crank out YouTube videos,
I bet
it's just really hard. And then everyone keeps asking me for, since you're on, and I have 30 something people in the chat. It's a nice little group. What do you think about the join buttons, the channel support buttons? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure what the heck happened to my join button because I set it up and it was there for a while and then it was gone.
Did anybody join it?
No.
Well, I think you have like 30 days or something.
Oh, is that it? Yeah, it times out.
Because I had a few people ask me to do one. I just feel bad. Like,
All right. So here's a couple of thoughts, and I've had this talk with other people, like Shooting Gallery New England, and about Patreon. It's like, look, you're providing a service, like and I don't know about your situation specifically, but I lose money doing this.
oh, I lose a lot of money. I have a fun time though.
And yeah, and that's the whole thing. I have a fun time. I get to go to Iraq Veteran. I met Hank Strange, and he's a friend, and I hang out with John Crump, and I meet neat people. I get to do neat things.
John Trump is insane, by the way.
I was with him Sunday. He was up here Sunday.
That's somebody that's just gonna get you in trouble. If you're out with him and someone says something, he goes, I don't care if there's 775 of you. I'm gonna argue this. I'm like, man, you're gonna get us all murdered. I'm from the hood, man. We just eyes forward. If you don't know where you're from, just that guy's.
Well, that's like New York City riding the subway. It's like you don't make eye contact. You don't.
100%. You know exactly what like. You can always tell the people that are not from your neighborhood.
Oh yeah, because they're like.
Yeah, they're looking around like, oh, he's never going to get out of here alive. He won't make it past the 7-Eleven. That's it. He's not going past, 45th. He's done. Let's see.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole. So I told my buddy, Shooting Gallery New England Joe, who you met at Iraq Veteran, you're providing a service. You're doing a lot of work. And look, if I was consulting, I don't want to say dollars per hour, but here's what I always gauge my time by. If I paid myself $10 an hour, how much would it cost? So I put out a 3-minute video yesterday about, an oxygen sensor fix for my Envoy. And, it took me maybe less than an hour to shoot it, but it took me 2 hours to edit it.
Yeah.
So that's 3 hours. Let's just say it's worth $30. Now, I had zero materials into that. So that's one of the things I've had zero materials. So it's not like I'm going to the range, paying for range time. I'm shooting 100, 200 rounds of, 9mm or something like that, shelling out for the ammo, so there was zero cost on it. But still, it took 3 hours of my time, which I could have been painting or spackling or whatevering something in my house here. But like, I haven't put out a video in a while. I need to shoot something out, and this is kind of a good idea. And I think it'd be helpful for other people. It's kind of in the video world, YouTube world, we talk about evergreen content. Like the unboxing of the Max 9 it's going to have a high interest point right now, and it may taper off over time. Whereas if you show somebody how to fix something, that's going to get steady views.
Oh, most of my videos just ammo hunts and stuff, which I love doing these. That's a very
you seem to be pretty popular on that.
That's a very short shelf life. I mean, that's like, I don't know, maybe a couple days.
But you're getting good views on it.
Well, that one has like 340 something thousand views, which I don't understand at all. I mean, it was probably one of the worst ones I did. But, YouTube, it's that algorithm. If they want to push your video, they'll push your video. Like today, I lost 10 subscribers in one day, which I don't understand.
Wow.
I'm like, how did I lose 10 subscribers in a day? I mean, and what's funny? I never usually pay attention to that number.
All right, but that could have nothing to do with you. That could be YouTube pruning fake accounts.
Well, I don't like to think any of my accounts are fake there, Rich, but you're right.
That could be, well, it's like on Instagram, you get these hot girls showing, like their 38D chest, and it's like, yeah, you don't want to talk to me. I know that.
They're not real?
They're not real?
No way.
No.
I add them immediately. Yes, please. Just kidding. Beautiful wife, if you're watching. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's so there are fake accounts out there, and it could be just some stuff going on that you drop. So I would never. It's funny. Just today, I was in and out of my YouTube account a couple of times. I'm like, I dropped a subscriber. And I'm like, wow, what do I dropped? And it could be a fake account went away. It could have nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Or really, you do suck and 10 people just left. I mean,
I
that could
know,
be
probably. You know what's funny? I never pay attention to that number, and I have a lot of people in YouTube that are like, they talk about the numbers all the time, and I do this strictly for shucks and giggles. And I've probably lost like all, just to put it out there, I've made since January when I was monetized, I probably made about $3,200 off YouTube,
Oh
33, 30.
wow. Well, that's pretty good.
But I've spent way more than that in give outs. Like I've given out tons. Like my raffles are kick ass.
Oh, cool.
Like I have great raffles. And then my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, I was really hoping he'd be in Houston. He was in Tennessee. So I'm like, I guess I'm driving my ass to Tennessee to deliver some ammo. I gave him a ton of ammo.
Oh wow.
Shout out to Brett J. If you're in there. Love that guy. Salt to the earth. Solid guy.
That's cool.
Hung out with him and his son. We went to Denny's, I think, and hung out. We had lunch. We had a great day. It was a solid day. But I spend way more than I make. For me, it's just like hanging out with friends. Like I get to hang out with 2A people, and I've met some really cool people. And like the meat,
Shooting Gallery, New England. We were just talking about you, buddy.
Yeah. So like the meets I put on, I'm selfish, man. That's for me. That's so I can go shoot with my new friends. I have a great time, man. And
see, if I had a meet, nobody'd show up. It'd just be me and the crickets.
I would show up, Rich. I'd be there. Shooting Gallery, New England. What's up, buddy?
Oh, hey, the Prep and Preacher. How's it going?
Prep and Preacher, great tax break. I know. I'm trying to work that's why I work the GTR into a lot of my videos a little bit, so I can. It's advertising.
Oh wait, does your company own your GTR?
What company?
Because my business owns my Genesis Coupe.
No, I should probably get better at doing my taxes and stuff.
Oh yeah, my business my business owns my guns.
Yeah, any tax people out there? I need to get better at that. I need to wise up.
So like when I travel to do stuff, that's all a write-off. Like going to Iraq veteran.
I've been like the IV-88 stuff. I've been keeping.
That's a write-off.
Yeah, taxation is theft.
Indeed.
100%.
Well, that's like
I put Smash Time logos on my GTR.
Do you watch Savage Garage?
Once in a while.
All right, so they're down in Miami, and I'll go to like car meetups. Actually, this Saturday there'll be another car meetup in Miami, and Hollywood. We're not really Miami, and he's there all the time, and I'm like, well, wait a second. So he made his money. I forget his real name. It's not Savage. Randy made his money doing credit card processing. And I think
credit card fraud. It's okay.
And he loves cars. And I think he's just writing off the cars by having a YouTube channel.
Sure.
Because his YouTube, I don't mean, look, I'm the last person that should throw stones because forget glass house. There's like glass shards where I am. Look, I got, just over 3,000 subscribers recently. But I'm thinking his whole thing is he's getting a little bit of revenue, a little bit of sponsorship. He always has a paid promotion in his video. And I think he's just writing off the cars as a business expense.
Yeah, why not? See, look at this. Mr. AAF. That's a good idea. Get an LLC and expense all the things as will. And they'll circle back to B Noise. No, Doug Gregg did not make the meet, and he didn't tell me until the day before. So, Greg, performance shooting, come on, buddy. I was a little mad, but I like the guy. Doug's a solid dude. He had some relatives just drop in all of a sudden.
Oh, geez.
And I said, kick him out. Because I don't like a lot of my family. So
I hope to sell this place and then have enough money to fix my damn airplane, and then I can fly around and you can give me a ride in the you can let me drive your GTR.
Why don't you, if you let me fly your plane?
Oh, yeah.
Can I land it?
I don't know about landing, but.
I took a simulator. I did the 747 simulator.
So have I. So for some reason, they won't let me fly a 747. I don't know why.
Like, there's 260 people on board. Not anymore. That was a wrap.
Oh.
Unless you drive to look for ammo, shooting ammo. Yeah. Prepping, Peacher. I do it all. I keep all my receipts. And Man,
Well, you got to have each video. You got to have a little bit of the GTR in it.
I do quite a few.
See?
That thing is it's scary to try and make a video and drive it because you need two hands.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
it
you're
is
what, 700 horsepower,
760
760 wheel or crank?
wheel to the wheel,
Yeah.
all wheel drive. Terrifying to drive that sucker, man. Whew.
All
When you
right.
get on it, it
Hold on.
goes.
Hold on. Is Boss Hog still here? Let's see. He's going to rat me out if I say what I'm about to say.
Uh-oh.
Is Boss still here?
A three-way.
I
Will wants to have a race. Plane, GTR, and Supra. I'm pretty sure the plane's gonna win on the top end, buddy.
Well, my plane tops out about 175 knots in a straight level, so that's just shy of 200 miles an hour. So 760
Oh,
horsepower on the GTR.
I got it up to. I mean, I was in Mexico once
Yeah,
driving it. I'll show you
yeah.
the video when I have it on video. So I was in Mexico and I had my camera like this and I was holding on for dear life. I was like, I got 187.
187. That's it. All right. Well,
I think I peed a little. It was pretty terrifying.
so I don't know if you know this, but I used to work at a Porsche repair shop, and I had a customer with a 911 turbo, the old school four-speed 911 turbo. And it basically had like the truck turbocharger that took forever to spin up. Like if you drove that car around a parking lot, it was like a pedal bicycle. Like if you're doing a U-turn on like a divided road, you're like terrified you're going to get hit by cars coming at you because there was no power. And then when the turbo hit, it was like you got shot out of a freaking cannon. It
Yeah.
was the craziest feel.
Yeah. So
So,
I have it's called rolling launch.
mhm.
Do you know what that is? So anybody that doesn't know what
Oh yeah,
rolling launch is, so you're driving, say you're driving 50 miles an hour in fourth gear. You push the cruise control button down, downshift, press the gas as hard as you can. The turbo will spool all going 40. You let go and it just shoves it. So at 40, it's like so I've chirped all four tires going 60 once. Just
well, that's rolling anti-lag, right?
yeah, rolling anti-lag. Oh, Will's got 720 in the Supra. The Supra's I think me and Will are gonna.
and,
He has rolling
and the
anti-lag
Supra might be
too.
lighter.
Oh, that
I've,
GTR is a pig.
what's the
On
GTR
the
weigh?
freeway, I probably wouldn't want to mess with the Supra, but from a dig, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, with the four-wheel drive. Yeah.
I got you from a dig, and it's funny. So there's this real famous GTR in Houston from the shop Houston, and they just did this really cool race video where they were racing some guy in California, and he goes, "You want to roll race or race from the dig?" He goes, "I don't roll race. I stand when I pee." I hate roll races. Everyone's like, I'll beat you in a roll race. Come on, man. That's not racing. Or you have the Hellcat guys who are like, well, I got to get my street slicks and
Yeah, yeah. I'll be right back.
let's prep the street. I'm like, no, man. It's on the street, daily
Right,
drive.
right,
That's what you
right.
race.
Yeah. So I don't know if you watch my Instagram, but there was it 1420? Is it 1320?
1320.
They 1320. They had a listing of cars by the occurrences of
Yeah.
reckless driving
Yeah. The
convictions.
Miata was like number one or something.
Do you know what was number two?
Huh.
Genesis Coupe.
That's crazy.
It's not all me. It's not all me doing that.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like number one GTR, number two 2JZ.
No, I thought it'd be the Mustangs. Every time there's a meet and there's a peel out afterward, a Mustang or Corvette almost always eat it.
Goes into a tree.
Yeah. I mean, no offense to Mustang people, but I try not to go to those meets. Like any meet after 8 o'clock at night, I don't go to. I mean, it's just a bunch of kids. The one I like to get, there's a Cars and Coffee over in Cypress, Texas. It's a really solid mix of cars. There's usually about 150 cars, a lot of Corvettes, a lot of Supras. There's a couple Mustangs that come, like 30 or so, but a lot of
So
Lambos and Porsches. So it's a good mix.
I go to Supercars Florida, and it's like Lambos,
Yeah.
McLarens. It's crazy.
Yeah. Some people have too much money. Like there's a meet put on by a car club down here in Houston, and man, it's a solid club, great guys, great group of guys. But they always had like a couple Bugattis, uh, just bananas. It's absolutely, they have
Well,
some crazy cars.
I was there. Randy Savage had the Pagani Huayra there.
Yeah,
It's like,
they've had a couple of those. So, did you see that one that wrecked? That rich kid's son wrecked it from Dallas.
no, no, I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
So there's this guy. There's a company in Dallas, Texas that leases exotic cars.
Is this recent or is this like a couple months back?
Like maybe 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
Okay, maybe I heard of it. Yeah.
So this kid, he drives his dad's cars all over. They have a bunch of really nice cars, and he had a Pagani, and totaled it out. Said he was going 40. The dad was like, "Oh well, kids are kids."
What?
Yeah, yeah. So they usually bring the F40 and the Pagani to the meets. I like the F40 much better.
I was at Bridgehampton Racetrack and somebody bought some Armco barrier with his F40 when I was there. They closed race day.
Shooting Gallery New England has a Nissan Versa,
Vice versa.
a vice versa. Oh, his dream car is an Austin Martin
DB8.
DB8. DB8s are nice.
I kind of, I like the look. I kind of lost a lot of the appeal for the car with just the maintenance on these things. My Genesis Coupe, I've done nothing to, like change the oil,
But how much
tires,
did you pay for
brakes.
that? In my generation, a Hyundai, if you drove a Hyundai, you were like the poorest kid in the block.
Oh, dude, don't get me wrong. I was doing the same thing. All right, so let me tell you
It's a
about how I bought the car.
The Genesis Coupe's like 50 grand or something, right?
No. I paid like 32 for it.
Oh, that's not too
So,
bad.
all right, so so we're going back like 7 years. I was working 60, 80 hours a week doing IT consulting. A lot of money coming in, a lot of serious money coming in. So I flew down to Florida. I was doing like 2 contracts in New York here. Flew down to Florida for Christmas, New Year's. And everybody was cool. Work was cool. I just kept extending my trip. I was going to come back. I stayed down there.
Right.
And then I went to the dealer and, all right, roll back. Spring of 2013, I went to the dealer. They had the Turbo 4, which is like 270 horsepower. And I, did their test loop with it. I brought it back to the dealership. It stunk of clutch, brake, and tire. I'm like, how do I buy this thing? They're like, oh, wow, you think that's good? There's a 350 horse V6. I'm like, where is it? Like, oh, we don't have one. I'm like, they lost the sale. Like, if they never told me, I would have bought the 4-cylinder turbo. So I was jonesing for it. I was looking for the 6-cylinder, like the ultimate, the top end package. It has the Brembos, everything. And finally, it's Christmas Eve 2013. And I brought my wife. I'm like, oh, hey, they called me up. They got a car. They want to show me. I was lying. I just, so I had an excuse to go to the dealership. And I thought she was going to be the bad cop. We didn't talk about this ahead of time, but
oh no,
we opened the door. She's like, sell him a car. And I'm like, wrong. 4 hours negotiating. I'm like, dude, I'm here. I'll buy the car. It's like they're offering it to me, in Bridgeport, Connecticut for 32. He's like, oh, we can't do that. I'm like, 4 hours negotiating the price, and then 2 hours negotiating the loan. I'm like, dude, I just paid off a car for 1.9%. It's like you cut me a deal like that, we got a deal. Finally, I got the deal, got the car, and then I got a 2015 after that. But those cars are bulletproof. And so the first car I flogged, man, and my daughter, so 7 years ago, I guess she was 12, 13, I'd be drifting around the corners with that, and she'd be giggling, and I'd, chirping second and third with the thing. And then I realized she's going to be driving in a couple of years. I better cool this down. And like just recently I asked her, I'm like, hey, you remember when we did that? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you used to love that. She's like, yeah, now I know how dangerous it was.
Right? I know my daughter.
I'm like, no, I was driving. It's not dangerous.
My kids love that shit.
And what I tell people is I haven't had any car accidents since I started flying, unless you count the last plane crash where I hit a car with the plane.
That is too funny, man. So circling back again, anybody in the chat, if you're not a subscriber, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's find Mr. Flying Rich's YouTube. If you're not a subscriber to Mr. Flying Rich, I'm going to post his link in the chat.
Thanks, buddy.
Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Rich.
Dude, can you give me the wrench? Can I be a mod?
Can I be a mod? How do you
A
do
moderator. You click, you give me the wrench icon.
How do you do that?
You just like, if you click on my comment right there where it says, can I be a mod? And I think it's like you right click and then it says, make him a moderator. Serious, man? You're Mr. Big YouTuber? You don't know how to do this?
Hey, I'm just learning. No, it doesn't say anything about moderator.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Doesn't say like make channel moderator? Like if you hover over it, there's the 3 dots on the right.
Oh, wait, hold on. There are 3 dots on the right.
Yeah.
Put user in timeout, block user. Which one do you want?
No. Serious? That's not how it works?
First car I drove was a Ford tractor in 1962. Dang, Michael. Michael's old school, though. Yeah. Hold on. Edit name, ban from studio, kick from studio, edit mic settings. No, there's no make mod.
Oh wait, you're doing this through what do you call it? StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how it works through StreamYard.
Oh, you mess
with if you're like watching on YouTube, you can do it. I think that's how it is. 1972 Buick Skylark. All right, so did that have the 350 or the 455? Did you know the Buick 455 was like 230 pounds lighter than a Chevy 454?
That's all Greek to me, my man. I don't know. So have you ever had those friends that were into cars but knew absolutely nothing about them?
You're one of them?
One of those guys. So I helped a friend build a 1700 horsepower GTR in his garage. He took it apart. He has a lift and everything. I held the flashlight.
Wow.
But at the end of the build, after 6 months, I mean, he did his wiring harness. He did his fuel system, took his transmission out, sent it off. I mean, this guy built his own car. And like he's putting in his axles. He just got his crazy tires, his beadlock rims. I mean, this thing's an absolute street monster. And it's daily drivable, which is insane. Full AC, full interior, 1700 horsepower monster. And I was terrified driving my own car. Being in the passenger seat of that one, forget it.
All right. So the craziest ride I ever had, and I'm going back maybe 30 years, was an original Lewis roof turbo, 911 turbo, at Bridgehampton Racetrack. So I'm in a racing seat, 5-point harness, and I'm getting thrown around the cockpit like I was just like a bean in like a freaking, container you're shaking. That was the most violent freaking thing ever. Now, it's probably nothing by today's standards.
Oh, man, that's insane. And you've crashed planes into houses. That says a lot. If that's the most insane, that's bananas.
And actually, the scariest thing I've ever done flying isn't crashing. It was some weather I flew through once. Do you remember the movie where Burt Reynolds is going to commit suicide and he swims out in the ocean? And then he decides he wants to live. And he's like, God, if you let me live, I'll go to church 3 times a day. And as he gets close to the shore, I promise I'll go to church once a day. As he gets close to I promise I'll go to church every Sunday.
No.
I flew through some weather. I was like, oh gosh, it was the scariest freaking thing that ever happened in an airplane to me.
Oh man. Well, coming back from the IV88 event, so I had a 7 o'clock flight the next morning. Great. I get there, we get on the plane, 7:30, we're about to take off. No. We sit there for an hour, then we get off the plane. Great. there's bad weather in Houston. And so they go, okay, well, get on this plane at 12:30. Great. Get on the plane at 12:30. An hour later, we get off the plane. Well,
Oh,
this
man.
sucks. Well, I'm going to go get something to eat. So as I'm eating, like around 4 o'clock, everyone get back on the plane. So I get back on the plane 5:30, and we get to Houston, right? We get to Houston like an hour and a half. We're almost going to land. I see all the trees, everything's there. I can see we're passing over the gate. The runway's coming up. We're just about to land. And then boom, he just takes off straight up. I'm like, what the heck? Right out of a movie, man. I mean, we couldn't have been more than 15 feet. I thought we were just about to touch down. And I was like, damn, that sucks.
Why they say they went around?
No visibility. He couldn't see the runway or something.
You couldn't see the runway?
It was raining pretty hard.
Or what kind of plane were you flying? 737 or?
I don't know. I wasn't flying it. I was just peeing my pants in aisle 6. So it gets better. We fly, do a loop, we come back down. He doesn't get quite as low this time. Same thing. Takes back off. And I'm like, I don't know how much fuel these planes have, but to do 2 takeoffs like that, and then we do 2 loops and come back down, we had to be almost on empty.
Yeah, you're getting fuel critical.
And then we landed, and it was terrifying. I was praying to Jesus, Yahweh, Buddha, Ganesha. I was everything. I was just going nuts, man. It was horrible.
Yeah, I've been in the back on a commercial plane with a missed approach, and that is a bit scary.
It's terrifying,
especially when you know what's going on.
See, I could guess. See, I do air freight. I used to ship a lot of air freight, so I know those planes. They only have fuel for maybe 2 takeoffs, and then when he took off the 3rd time, I was like, oh man, this is
so good. The FAA legal requirement is that you have enough fuel to get to your destination airport under an IFR situation, which any commercial flight is IFR. That you have enough fuel to get there and go to your secondary airport with 30 minutes of fuel in reserve. So
we were pushing it.
Yeah, you don't get to do too many approaches. And plus, as a jet, the fuel consumption at low altitude, at 30,000 feet, they're crazy efficient. You get down, 10, 15,000 feet, your jet is sucking that fuel down so fast, it's crazy.
Yeah. So let's go back to the chat real quick. Bob Goodwin, 1960 Ford Falcon. Oh, man. Ooh. I like that car.
That is a cool car.
I had a neighbor growing up had one. That was really cool. Range Bros lives 2.5 hours away from IV-88. Where do you live? Do you live south? Because I'll come. Does your mom cook? I need a place to stay. I can't afford to go hang out there.
Dude, I thought you rented a house and having us all over.
Man, I can't afford that. I stayed at that real cheap hotel.
Dude, you didn't stay at the Super 8, did you?
No, it was a Fairfield Inn. It was nice, but it was 25 minutes away, so it was kind of a pain in the ass.
Well, any hotel's 25 minutes away. Yeah, I stayed at the Super 8, and I was watching, I don't know, was it in-range TV? It was one of those, or was it, anyhow. And the guy was talking about seeing, like, he pulls up at the hotel, and there's a guy zippy-tied with cuffs, flexi cuffs.
Yeah.
And then, he went to dinner, came back. There was another guy zippy-tied with flexi cuffs. Like, yeah, so Shooting Gallery New England, we all stayed at the same place. And there were a couple of unlicensed pharmacists working out of the hotel we were at.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So definitely the Hampton Inn would be the option.
So I was lucky enough to have a very nice Mexican restaurant next to my hotel, and so I went there real late Saturday night to get something to eat, and an extremely large and pleasant waitress wanted to just chat me up for like the whole time I was trying to eat.
Nice.
Not really nice. I think maybe she was going to ask me for my food. I'm not sure. So let's see. So what other guns do you have coming up on your channel?
Me? Yeah, I would have to have guns on my channel. You know, the surprising thing is I bought the Ruger 5.7 to do a review on it right when it came out. I did an optics install on it. Haven't really done the review. I still haven't actually shot all the footage I want for the review because I want to compare. I
Just
want to
do
talk
it.
about the PS90 a little bit. Compare the 5.7, the FN 5.7 with the Ruger 5.7, and
Oh,
then talks
don't
about
go all nut and fancy.
really.
That's
No,
too long.
just no.
Look, I think the average review should be maybe 9-10 minutes because people take these reviews way too serious. They go out and they talk about the circumference of the barrel and the millimeters. No one cares about that shit. For
no.
me,
Well,
I
it's
don't think
funny.
people
So
care
the
about that.
Max 9 was the first review video I watched of yours. Like, yeah, then there's details, and I don't do details.
I don't get down. I'm like, look, man, most people, guns are like shoes. You try on some shoes, you like it. Some people like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Some, some it doesn't fit. I don't like Glocks how they fit in my hand. I
Oh,
appreciate Glocks before the chat kills me or before I have a hit squad out on me. But they just don't fit me. XDMs fit me like a glove. So I don't know. I'll show it. I'll compare it. I might, the pertinent points, but I'm not going to go right into every single detail because
so you're
people
not talking about striker fired versus hammer fired, and double action versus single action.
blah 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 blah
Yeah,
blah blah. I'm like, I'll say, hey, I really like the trigger. Am I gonna get like the poundage thing and pull it back?
yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah. Then you're like, yeah,
2.2
it's a little
pounds.
bit of a break. It gets gritty here, and then
Meh, I might. I might.
you're
I'm
not
still
measuring. You're not getting the calipers out and measuring the imprint of the firing pin and the primer.
no. What
No.
I do is I shoot it and I have other people shoot it and I get real random reviews. Like those Ruger PC9s.
Yeah, yeah.
I grabbed some random people at the gun range. Hey, shoot this. Tell
Hmm.
me if you like it.
I thought that was good. I thought, I haven't seen other people do that, and I thought that was good on your channel what you
That's
did.
what I'm gonna do. Real reviews. I'm gonna go
Hmm.
get
Hmm.
real people. Hey, you shoot guns? Yeah, shoot this. Tell me if you like it. Why not? If they like it, they like it. It's gonna stay in the video. If they don't like it, I'm still gonna put that in the video because I didn't say it.
So CRS Firearms had me on his channel because I was like just approaching 3,000 subs, and
Congratulations, by the way.
thank you, man. Thanks. And I said, hey, if I get 3,000 subs, I'm going to shoot my AK underwater in my pool.
When are you
And I'm
gonna do
like,
that?
well, it's like I hit 3,000 subs. It rained all week, and then I came to New York, and I've been here for 3 weeks. So I definitely want to do it when I get back.
I can't wait to see that.
So, and the funny thing was,
How are
I
you
didn't
gonna
want
get
my
rid of the
wife.
wife all day? She's
So,
not gonna let you do that.
well, all right. So this is the funny thing. This is the funny part. So my wife's all over. She's like, "How come you're not doing this? What are you doing online again? You're not doing one of those online shows again." Oh my gosh, she's all over me on this stuff. So then I was doing a live stream at my house, and I'm like, and don't tell my wife what I talked about doing. She's like, "You're just teasing me, right? You didn't say something that you're not supposed to do, are you?" Like she's in the supermarket, on her way home, and then she's like kept like in the chat, talking and all that bit, and somebody gave me like a $20 super chat. All of a sudden, it's okay to do YouTube.
Ah,
It's okay.
I
And
had a
then,
guy on my first chat give me $100 super
oh my
chat.
gosh, oh, I was
I
like
was so blown away. I tried to thank him, and then I looked for his channel. I couldn't find him ever again. He just popped in one day. Here's $100, and then he just
wow,
disappeared.
wow, that's big. You know what?
That was crazy.
So here's the thing, and I've been doing like tech podcasts for years. For like 10 years, I've been doing tech podcasts, just audio only. And you don't know if there's anybody out there. There's not a whole lot of interaction. So look, even a comment saying, "Hey, that was a good show," that's a big deal. But if somebody puts down money, that's like, wow, that's
Yeah,
like the biggest validation. And I'm humbled. I don't want to say, yeah, I earned that. No, it's like, hey, that's up to you. Like
I
if
was
you're gonna,
blown away. It kind of messed
that's
me up. I was
yes,
just blown away. But even like $1, that's
yeah.
cool.
I don't care that you're absolutely. I'll tell you what. I did wedding photography in New York for 20 years, and I did multi-million-dollar parties, and I did very budget parties. And there was a couple that gave me $5, and I appreciated it because I know, I went to their house, I saw what they had,
And you scored
and
with the ladies in waiting.
and I never did.
You did it for the
Uh,
ladies.
And you know what? I a little bit of money sincerely given, I'm very appreciative of.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I'm in a bad situation right now. I'm ending up like every Thursday before payday with like less than $100 in the bank. So
Oh,
because I'm paying for this mortgage and the house to get fixed up, and the house in Florida and all that stuff. So
right. Right.
my wife was yelling at me about going Iraq veteran. I'm like, it's free. It's free. I just got to
Kinda.
get there.
Kinda. Right. All right. So we got somebody that had Bill Smith says, how much ammo would be a good stash? What do you think? Per caliber, per gun.
I see. I'm gonna give stuff away if I tell you the correct answer.
What do you
I
think, just
think.
for not yourself, just the average person? What do you think is a solid stash for the average shooter?
Well, I say
A
for a
shooter
caliber
2 years in.
for a common caliber, I would say something like 7.62 by 39 or 5.56 or 9 mil, 5,000 rounds each.
Per gun?
Yeah. No, not per gun,
Oh, my
but just
God. That's crazy.
yeah. No, I think because serious, I go to the range, I shoot 500 rounds.
Yeah, I shoot a lot. I've been shooting quite a bit. I think way too much. Like, damn, like
So
a lot.
I'm thinking for a popular caliber, 5,000 rounds.
Yeah, I could see that. Unless it's 22. I think I'm sitting on about 30,000 rounds of 22. Oh, I bought a Ruger SR22.
Oh, you
That'll be
did? Yeah.
there too, off Gunbroker. So I bought a Ruger off Gunbroker just because I have all this 22 and I got little kids. So here's my idea. I'm gonna have 2 little kids. I have an 8-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter. She's almost 7. She saw Laura Croft. Now she wants she didn't want anything to do with guns. They're too loud. Took her to the range once. She hated it. Saw Laura Croft shooting guns. Now she wants to be Laura Croft. Thank you, Angelina Jolie, for impacting my life twice.
Are you gonna get her the mag thing that goes down her back so she just
heck yeah. I think it's sweet. Angelina Jolie putting it down. Smash Time family.
So, I had the same experience with my wife.
I think she's gonna really get into shooting if she has a 22 pistol.
Yes.
You got balloons, you fill it full of baby powder.
Mm-hmm.
Tannerite's a little rough when they're like, 8. So we'll do baby powder at first. Let's see what else. 1,000 rounds. GR says 1,000 rounds. Range Bros says 2,000. I'm at least 2,000 of pistol calibers, and then again, that's why I consolidate my calibers anyway. I don't want to get too many.
Well, yeah, I have too many calibers.
It's confusing. It's better to keep it.
I mean, I got 389 mil, 45, 5.7. Of course, 5.56, 300 blackout, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 7.62 by 54R, yeah, AK rounds, so 7.62 by 39. What else? And then of course 5.7, which I have probably less than 100 rounds right now.
God, that's hard to find.
Yeah, like the precision stuff, like the 6.5 Creedmoor or precision 308. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of that. Like Milsurp 308. Yeah, I got, a lot of that.
Scott just got to the chat. What's up, man? And Will says 1,000 rounds per gun is kind of the standard. If you own 3 AKs, have 3,000 rounds. That is very true. Oh, Will, when you move, make sure you do a video of you moving to Houston, to Texas, because that's going to be great. You can kiss those commie suckers goodbye. Move to a freer state.
Where's Will?
Will, where are you, Will? I think Will's like up north somewhere.
Oh, it's like I'm behind enemy lines unarmed. I got my pocket knife. That's it.
I couldn't do it. Like, everyone wants me to go to California and you'll do Disneyland for free. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going anywhere I can't carry my gun. I told him I'd meet him in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll go to Vegas and hang out, but I'm not doing.
Hey, did you meet Gun Doctor? Gun Doctor TV?
I don't think so.
Really? Oh, I can't believe that. Nicest guy ever.
Maybe I did.
Like, him and his wife were there. He's got the long beard, a little crazy looking.
There was quite a few of those.
You mean tactical, crazy looking beards? Yeah, that was everybody except you and me.
Oh, let's see. Will is in Indiana, right next to Chicago. Boo.
Yeah. So Indiana isn't bad.
Oh, you're moving to Texas,
And
though. It's gonna be so much better.
Shooting Gallery New England's in Mascanistan. I keep telling him to move to Florida. His dad's in Orlando.
You'd have to change his name.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. Like, really, that's what you want to stick with?
Yeah. No, it's so getting back to the join button. I think I'm gonna do one. I started to do one a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, nah, but it it does cost a lot of money. These channels do cost a lot of money.
So that's what I was telling Shooting Gallery New England. It's like, with the Patreon, whatever, you're providing a service. You're providing entertainment. You're providing people a sense of family a lot of times. The people that are jumping in the chat, like they're chatting with each other, they're chatting with you.
Oh, I'm like someone's retarded Uncle Fester. No one, I mean, but I have a good time. But if you've been to one of my events, I gave away a Sig Romeo 5. I give away
Nice.
hundreds of dollars in ammo.
Dude, I will come to one of your events.
First event I did at the Trinity Armory, I gave away $1,000 in ammo.
Wow. Wow.
Easy. Like tons.
See, I was hoping just to, drive your GTR,
Yeah, come on out. Anytime you want to come out. Just you better hold on. I know you have good insurance crashing planes, so all right. All right, he says when he gets over 1,000 subs, he'll drop the NE. How many are you at now, Shooting Gallery New England?
Is he 600 something? Where is he?
See, Boss has 945, 223, 300 blackout, 410. See, I have all those except 300.
Oh, I forgot shotgun, yeah.
And 410. But I have a lot of. I don't have a 10mm pistol, but I have a lot.
Oh yeah, I got 10 mil. That's right.
I got 1,000 rounds at 10 mil, but I've no pistol for it yet.
I got the coolest 10mm ever. I got the high point carbine in the bullpup stock. You're not a bullpup guy, huh?
I'm not a high point. I've owned that gun.
The 10 mil?
I think I had the 45 version of that gun.
Oh, Shooting Gallery New England has 681 subs.
Nice. Yeah, Shooting Gallery, I'm not going to do Glock, brother. I can't do it.
So are you not a bullpup fan, or you're like, where are you on bullpups?
I like bullpups a lot. I can't do that because I think Hank Strange will put a hit out on you if you don't like bullpups.
Right.
That's his thing.
So I wish I bought two of these. Guess how much I got a brand new PS94?
I can't even guess.
$875.
No way.
They gave me a military law enforcement discount. I'm like, hey, does Coast Guard Auxiliary count? They're like, sure. Here you go. I'm like, oh.
Because those, I've seen those for $1,100-$1,200. Pretty.
Oh,
easy.
no. This was the height of one of the gun scares. They were going for like $2-3 grand.
Oh, that's crazy.
I got it for $875 new.
That's nuts.
And I'm like, I wish I bought two. I just so wish I bought two.
Yeah. Speaking of gun scares, when do you think this is going to go away? I think soon.
I think we're slowing down, but if Biden keeps talking about F-15s and nukes, I'm not sure. Although, so here's the other thing. In all seriousness, nobody's burning any cities down. Yeah. So what's going to happen is, you're a gun guy, I'm a gun guy. I'm looking through the chat here, and I see a lot of gun guys. We're going to go to the pawn shops and buy all of the guns that the lefties scooped up when they were scared that the police weren't going to bail their butts out. When they realize their city isn't burning anymore and they need to buy, they're sick of eating rice and beans. They want to buy a steak one day.
Maybe.
So I think a lot of the guns, who knows, maybe the ammo too, because if they sell the guns, they might sell the ammo they got.
You know what I ran into? I ran into a lot of gun people that have been gun people their whole life that would just buy ammo on their way to the gun range that never really had ammo at home.
Really?
They had I met like a bunch of gun people that have a few boxes at home and never really kept like a huge stash. And that blew me away. I always kept
think
a big stash.
Yeah, I mean, you name it, I got a stash of it. And I'm not just talking ammo. I'm talking,
Weed.
whether it's like cases of water or cases of soda and I guess I learned that from my dad. It's like, hey, if there's a deal and the stuff doesn't go bad, buy it if you can. And
do you eat Spam? Yes or no?
No.
What?
I'm not adverse to eating Spam. I just have never had it.
What?
Yeah.
God.
I'm not saying I grew up rich. I just
go to the store and see if you can find some spicy Spam, right?
Are you Hawaiian? Is that a Filipino thing or what?
Yeah, we eat a lot of Spam musubi.
Yeah.
So get some Spam.
Boss always says yuck.
Oh man, Spam is the best. So you get the spicy Spam. If you get the spicy Spam and cut it and fry it up with eggs and rice, you make like a little loco moco. Oh my God, it's delicious. Spicy Spam is so good.
Wait, now your wife's Filipino, right?
Yeah.
You're not Filipino.
No, God, no. My lighting has died. I had this little ring light that just died, so I'm about as white as the given snow. Just I look like I have a really good tan right now.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Spam is the best, guys.
I don't know. It doesn't look like you're selling it.
Oh.
Scott says Spam is awesome.
Yeah, Will Spam is leftover fried rice, pan fry. Oh man, I think me and Will are gonna be besties. He's gonna come hang out at the house.
I could see like dicing up the Spam and like frying it up with egg. That
sure. Especially the spicy Spam. That's hard
I was doing a contract at the Mayo Clinic, and apparently, the popular weekend trip was going to the Spam Museum. If you're in Rochester, Minnesota,
get out. They have a museum.
There's a Spam Museum in Minnesota.
Shut the front door. Hold on. I got to take notes, kids. Spam. Dude, that is awesome.
Hormel, that's it. Yeah, so Hormel makes Spam. And there's a Spam Museum in Minnesota. I didn't go.
Let's check the chat. Prep and Preacher says, you are poor when you have eaten treat. Okay.
And even so food, like just I've got like a hurricane food kit that I change out every year. Yeah. I'll donate the food when it's getting old, and I replace it. So just store stuff. So canned stuff, dried stuff, whether it's pasta or rice and stuff in cans that lasts for a long time. And then I have long-term food storage. So stuff that lasts 20 years, whatever.
Yeah, I have all that stuff, and I rotate my pantries too. I don't donate it because I ain't got that kind. I don't have the FlyingRich kind of money to donate. We eat it up, but I'll gross you out even more.
All I got to say is Genesis Coupe, GTR. Oh, GTR.
I got more debt.
No, I don't know.
I used to get Spam and eat the jelly and cut it up. And just eat it right out of the can. Dude, we were poor. We grew up pretty poor. Let me tell you how poor were we. You know my favorite sandwiches to this day? I will eat
bologna?
It.
Is it bologna sandwich?
Now, I will challenge anybody in the chat to try this and tell me it sucks. But you have to try it first. Let me ask you a question, Rich. Do you like either mayonnaise or Miracle Whip? Yes or no?
Miracle Whip.
Do you like peanut butter?
Yes.
Okay. Peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich.
Really?
It's delicious.
Really?
It's so good. So
you know what? I'm going to go, when I get back to Florida, I'm going to do YouTube short. I'll tag you on it.
I double dog dare you. So what you do is, now look, man, much better. You don't put gobs of it on, right? You put a nice thin layer of peanut butter, a nice thin layer of mayo or Miracle Whip, put it together, and it's delicious. And with some like real salty chips like Ruffles, hands down. Boss Hog, you kill me, bro. Trust me, you got to try it. Brandon Huron, what's up, man? We're talking about peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches.
I'm trying. As a kid,
man, we were poor. Like seriously, that was a treat for us. I used to eat that, and I can to this day eat it every single day. It's that good. I love it.
No, I didn't. So my family, we didn't grow up with money. My wife's family grew up with money, and it's not like we ever did any great vacations or had new cars or anything like that. But it wasn't bad either. I'm not saying, but I loved sardines as a kid, and you couldn't get me near a sardine now.
Oh, so gross. My wife.
I cringe when I think. As a kid, I crack open the can, I'd eat them like candy.
See, my wife, she'll wait till I'm gone, or she'll open the window and she'll microwave them.
Oh God!
Gross.
Oh,
it puts them on rice. It's so nasty.
Microwave! I can't imagine what I'd burn the house down if somebody microwaved sardines in my house.
Brandon Huron said, "Tell us the Crown recipe again." Well, the drink I drink now is Crown and pineapple juice. If you put that together, you can go half and half with Crown, and you can't taste the Crown.
Oh yeah,
it's very dangerous.
Well, that's like when I was in my teens and 20s, I used to drink toasted almonds, which was Kahlua, amaretto, and milk. It was like a chocolate milkshake.
Right. Will, it's like people are leaving the chat over this. Come on, man. Come on. You guys, look.
Sardines are bait.
Everyone's knocking it, but try it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You take a bite and you're like, oh, it sucks.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'm definitely.
The problem is people put gobs of mayonnaise on because they're like, oh, he's white. He probably loves extra mayonnaise. No. A nice thin layer of mayonnaise, nice thin layer of peanut butter on some white or wheat bread, and it's delicious. Some salty chips and a cup of milk. It's a wrap.
My wife's a health food nut. I don't think we have bread. I don't think we've ever had bread in our house.
Oh man, no bread.
Yeah, no bread.
Oh, look, Brandon will try it. There you go.
I think, instead of pass the mag.
Rare Groove says you're making the case for socialism. Oh, I don't know if I fully understand that, but that just sounds funny. That struck me as funny.
See, instead of pass the mag, it's going to be pass the peanut butter and mayo sandwich.
Will's going to try it. Now, if you're a milk drinker and you like...
Dude, we got to do... That's it. We're Shooting Gallery, New England. Are you in? We're going to do pass the peanut butter and mayo sandwich. And just flip the sandwich to the next guy. You see the pass the mag videos?
No.
You've never seen the pass... All right, so the pass the mag video is like...
I think I see something about that.
So you see a magazine come into the frame. The guy catches it, jams the magazine in his gun, shoots a few rounds, drops the magazine out of his gun, throws it out of frame, and then the next guy catches it, throws it in his gun, and shoots. So instead of pass the mag, it's going to be pass the mayo and peanut butter sandwich. And then everybody just takes a bite out of it and throws it out of the frame, and the next guy catches it.
Oh, man. Shooting Gallery, New England. Come on. If you try it, you'll like it. I've actually got
Wait a second. All I got to say is Shooting Gallery, New England, I can't imagine him backing away from any kind of food. I might get my ass kicked for saying that.
Is that a fat joke? Look, it's a very husky host you're talking to.
Wait, you mean there's food you're turning down?
You know what, though? I have gotten on the keto thing. The carnivore diet. Thank you, Joe Rogan. I appreciate that. So now I'm doing the carnivore thing for a minute. And, I was at 297.
No, wait a second. How can you be 297?
Yeah. That's after I poop.
Wait, and how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You're 5. All right. 2'9". How did I not see that? I guess I'm not eyeing you up and down, so I must be hetero. I must be full hetero.
I hope so. No, but yeah, everyone says I don't look that heavy, but 297. So that scale I just got, man, does your bone density. I hate that stupid thing. It comes with the app, tells you, hey, fatty, get off the scale. Please tell the rest.
Okay. don't know if you know. On the way to Iraq Veterans, so we got there Friday. We stopped at Waffle House, and Joe had waffles with a side of waffles.
Oh man.
And like double hash brown.
Oh look, see, Will even does keto. See, we're gonna hang out. I do carnivore slash like I'll sneak in a little avocado and like onions.
So, all right, what I found, I did Atkins for a number of years. What a good diet that's really livable, but it takes a little bit of effort is Body for Life. It's eating 6 times a day, so it is like just on the edge of keto. There are some good carbs you can have, so you can have like whole grain rice. You can have some whole grain pasta, but again, it's low carb, low sugar,
Nah,
very
nah.
much like a keto.
No, I don't count calories. I don't do any of that shit.
Well, you're not counting calories, but there is a bit of portion control. Again, yeah, if you're going full
You
blown
eat
keto
you
type
eat till you're
stuff,
full.
eat meat,
Like
eat
if you do
bacon,
carnivore, you
eat
just eat till
steak.
you're full. And
Yep.
you don't count calories. And actually, after a couple of days, you almost have to force yourself to eat because you don't feel like eating. So a lot of these hardcore carnivore guys will go OMAD 1 meal a day.
Oh no, I eat all the time. I'd eat steak, just steak, chicken. I'd
Barry
get the
says
chickens at the supermarket.
Barry McFarland says peanut butter and Miracle Whip is just nasty. My dad used to do that. What?
What?
You're the
I'm
first
not. I'm not.
person.
It sounds bad, but I'm not going to say it's bad until I do it. But definitely, we're going to do the peanut butter and Miracle Whip past the sandwich video.
I'm not passing. I'm gonna eat it. I'll be at the end. Oh my gosh, mom does fried milkfish.
What is milkfish?
JGB, is your mom Filipino? That sounds like something my wife's mom would do. JGB is probably Asian. That sounds like something that sounds very Asian. It got so bad, like I wouldn't let my mother-in-law cook in the house because she'll
Oh
cook
no.
and then open the windows.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Why can't you? Oh, are you Filipino?
Dude.
Yes, Filipino. So my Lola, my dear sweet Lola, would stink the house up like you could not
Wait,
believe.
your wife's name is Lola?
No, Lola is Filipino for grandma.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ironically enough, Lola.
I don't know. Shooting Gallery, New England. I don't know a whole lot about his wife Beth, but she says no to the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, peanut butter and mayo sandwich.
Oh, it's delicious. You got to try it.
I'm not sure if Beth likes peanut butter and mayo or separately, but I mean, is it like the
It's
peanut butter
delicious.
cup? You got chocolate and peanut butter together.
It's like sweet and salty. It's really fantastic. Yeah, exactly. I tried that. I thought it was okay. Banana sandwiches. Ugh. I still ate it though. I mean, intermittent fasting. Boss Hog, you should do carnivore, bro. You just eat until you're full. You don't count nothing. It's idiot proof. You know what I had for dinner? Chicken wings. I had hot wings for dinner.
Well, now that's cool. So if you're doing,
I had bacon wrapped chicken strips.
If you're doing low carbs, you can have blue cheese and chicken wings. That's
blue
cool.
cheese. I do blue cheese crumbles, hot wings, because it's I'm not trying to count calories, none of that junk. You eat till you're full. It's great. I love it.
So, dude, if you're in Palm Beach, I'll cook you a filet mignon that's killer.
Oh, that sounds good.
Or if I come out, I'll do it too.
Benoist, Elvis would have peanut butter and banana sandwich. I've tried that too. It's okay. JGB, she would fry sardines and bring it on road trips. I know.
Fried. Oh, gosh. I just can't imagine the smell.
If JGB is Filipino, then he knows every relative that goes to the Philippines come back with a suitcase full of dried fish. Why? I don't know. You can go to the market here and get dried fish, but no. They want it from the Philippines for some reason. It's wrapped in newspaper. It's disgusting. It stinks.
I got to ask Chris Illog about that.
Ask him. They always, I don't know why. They always bring all this crap back from the Philippines like it's something special. You can go to anywhere that has a Filipino market and buy the same exact stuff. It's so weird. And then every year we send boxes to the Philippines too. They're called Balikbayan box. So it's a big box, and it's a big 4X box. You can fill it as heavy as you want. You can put bricks in there if you want, and they'll take it for about $140 and send it anywhere in the Philippines. There's no weight limit. You just have to really tape it up good. But
it's so what do you put in it?
we put clothes because like a lot of kids and stuff. Like we send, of course we send money back, and then we put a lot of clothes in there. Well, we haven't sent one in a while, but like it takes about 3 months. So like right now we'd be sending it for Christmas. Because they start Christmas like 2 months in the Philippines.
Really?
Christmas is all of December and all of November because they don't have Thanksgiving there. So it starts around November.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
I guess.
All right. Is there really a chicken wing shortage? What kind of third world country is this?
What are you talking about? I get chicken wings at the grocery store. Ha ha ha. He's talking about the strip club chicken wings. Right. Come on. Happily married man here.
It doesn't mean you don't go out to clubs, right? Although I don't think I've been to a club since I've been married.
It said, have you ever had mungo? Is that right? Mungo?
Which one is the like fetal birds?
Oh, balut.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's delicious. See, that sounds gross. Wait, JGB, back me up, buddy.
Dude, you can say whatever you want about that. My best friend for 25 years was a bird.
Oh, yeah, I saw your parrot videos, your parakeet. So what you do is you get the duck egg. It's a duck egg. It's midterm, right? So the bones are almost forming, no feathers yet. You crack open, you boil it, crack open the top, lots of salt, take a drink of whatever alcohol you're drinking and just suck it in. It tastes like chicken.
I also had a pet duck as a kid.
Oh God.
It's like I must have been like 3-4 years old. There's a picture of me like this white Peking duck. I'm like squeezing it so hard it looks like it's got like a hourglass waist.
That's crazy. Anybody that's in the chat right now, please push the thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to put Rich's channel in here too. Please subscribe to his channel. He is going to shoot an AK underwater when his wife is not home.
Well, all right. So
Make sure you get it when she's leaving the house. That would be really funny video.
So this is the funny thing. My wife. So first she heard I got the $20 super chat, and then it came out in that video that I was going to shoot the AK underwater when I hit 3,000 subs, and she was watching the CRS video when I hit 3,000 subs. She's like, "Oh, I guess we'll be picking a bullet out of the side of the pool." I'm like, "No, we won't. It won't. It'll only go a couple of feet."
Yeah, it shatters.
She's like, "Well, you got to shoot an AK underwater now." I'm like, she was like all on board with it. And the other story I didn't tell about my wife. So my first gun was a Ruger LC9, which is an awful gun. Don't ever get one. LC9S is a great gun. The Ruger LC9, awful.
Really?
So, oh yeah, it's horrific.
Good to know.
The trigger. So I would have to aim here to hit like mid-chest cavity because the trigger was like so gritty and horrible trigger. Just worst trigger in the world.
Oh, wow.
The LC9S is like, oh my gosh, really good.
Good to know.
So when I got my first LC9, my wife's like, "You got to shoot me with it. You're going to kill me with a gun. You got to shoot me. You're going to." I'm like, "Yes, just stop talking about it. Get over it. It's going to happen." So then she got her carry permit, but she really doesn't carry. She like has a safe in the car and it's in the car. So I'd go to the range and like one day, like my daughter has shot the PS90, and she was like 12 or 13 at the time. I handed it to my wife and she started crying. Like, all right, forget it. And then, this is when I was flying back and forth. I was consulting, so I was out of state all the time. She started watching Burn Notice, and Fiona is the sniper. She's like, can we go to the range and shoot some of your guns? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Really?
That was, yeah. So then she was all into, just how you were saying Lara Croft, and your daughter got all excited about that. It's like Terry saw, Fiona shooting, like an AR, and she's like, can we shoot, some of your guns at the range here, your rifles? I'm like, yeah, sure.
I'm just glad I'm not the only one that gets excited watching Lara Croft now in the house.
I gotta watch that again. I haven't seen that in like 10
It's
years.
so good. It's so bad. It's good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then has Angelina Jolie in it, right? I mean, like when Hank Strange was talking about he didn't want to trade places with anybody today. I'm like, you know what? When Brad Pitt was hooking up with Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Aniston in the same day, come on, that's a good day. That's a great day. I'd trade places.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I could do that.
Well, I didn't realize I got the call the first round with my daughter, my wife today, and I didn't realize I was 15 minutes behind her. So I want to trade places with Hank Strange because he's got Lola in that nice Audi R8.
Right.
But I was like 15 minutes behind the conversation. And what I was saying earlier that I didn't know, if Boss Hogg's still here, he might still rat me out. I know I can trust Shooting Gallery New England. But guess who had a brand new Audi R8 and never launch controlled it?
Hank Strange. You know what? I've never launched my car either.
What? Really?
Because I just put a $10,000 transmission in it, and I did the rolling anti-lag, and I've gunned it from a stop.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I've never launched it because at that horsepower, things break. And man, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably do it now. I might. I have good tires on it now. I got rid of my rims and I put stocks back on. I borrowed a set of stocks, and my buddy I borrowed the stocks from had these are some high dollar R888s, like some solid tires. So now I could probably do it and get away with it.
I hate to say it, I've been babying the car I have because the tires are so freaking expensive.
It's part of the territory. If you can afford the car, you can afford the tires, right?
Yeah, tires. When I sell this place, then I got money again.
Yeah, tires for mine is $1,400 easy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, 4 ARs you haven't shot? Come on, buddy. What's going on? I know a lot of people like that. I was talking to my buddy today. He is a collector. He goes to all the gun shows. I love him to death. He knows more about guns than anybody I know. He buys and sells and buys tons of ammo. Never goes to the range. He has a property he'll shoot once a year and just plink around, but he doesn't shoot guns.
I think I have 2 guns. I know I have 1 gun that's never been shot. And it's a Glock 43 I bought from somebody who never shot it. And I bought it for my wife. And when I couldn't tell you how hard. I was at Patrick from, Hank Strange. I was at his house and he had a Glock 43 and the SIG P365. And I'm showing my wife the guns. And I'm like, you want the SIG? She's like, no, I think I like the Glock. I couldn't tell you how many times, how many people's places I'm showing her the Glock 43 and the SIG and telling her she wants the SIG. It's like, no, go get me a Glock 43. I come back from the gun show. I got a Glock 43 and the SIG P365, and I'm opening the SIG up. She's like, "Ooh, I like that. I think that's what I want." I'm like, I've been telling you that's what you want.
Oh yeah.
For like 6 months.
I know it. Just don't buy your wife. I don't buy women guns anymore because my wife, I got her a couple guns. She hated them. I got her a 1911 Colt. Now that's all she wants to shoot. But we did the last meet, we did the stages, and she goes, out of nowhere, she goes, I think I need more than 8 rounds. And I go, even they have 10 round 1911 Max. She goes, no, I need to change up. I need a new gun so we can go shoot steel. And then she was talking about battle belts and all that stuff. I was like,
oh yeah.
Man, keep
Wow.
talking. Keep talking. Ah,
Right.
it's doing it for me. Keep talking.
Wow.
What caliber do you want? Let's go. How many rounds? 17 or 19?
Mm-hmm.
So it was
What-
cool.
What's a what's the capacity on a 365 XL?
I don't know, but I want to get that. I want to get her something like maybe a Canic.
I've got the Canik TP9. I can't shoot it.
Everyone says that's
Like
like the best.
I so I have the original TP9, and it's a single action, double action. I so love the trigger. I love the double action, single action setup.
Oh no,
What's
my it,
happening?
my internet's getting wonky. It does this once in a while.
But
So you can't shoot the
I
Canic?
I can hand the gun to anybody. They can shoot tight groups. I can't shoot it for crap. I don't know what it is.
That's weird. At
Yeah.
the Trinity Armory meet, I think I think Bob Goodwin brought a Canic. It was awesome. It was a great gun. I don't baby any of my guns at all. I mean, if I drop it, get a scratch, and give a shit. Um, I just it's part of owning a gun. It's a tool. It's meant to be used. I don't have any. Oh yeah, it's getting all wonky. Is my camera frozen?
Yep.
Great. At least it's not in a dumb facial
Yeah.
expression.
It just went black.
I know. Hey man, you know what? It's been fun,
All right,
but
man.
I think this is dying. I think my internet is dying. Maybe my wife is pulling the plug out in the other room, telling me to get off the.
So Joe says get her the X5 Legion.
What is it? X5 Legion.
I don't know.
All right, we need to Google this real quick. X5 Legion. X5. I hope it's not some high dollar gun. Oh, it's a SIG. That sounds expensive. It sounds expensive, buddy. How much is it? I can't even find a price on it. Hold on.
Well, you know when you can't, when they don't show the price, it's more than you can afford.
X5 Legion price. Well, street price and gun price is different.
Right.
Let's see. MSRP is 905. Come on, man. I think that's a little much. So street price is probably 850, 800. Then you got to buy at least 5 mags for it, and SIG mags are not cheap. What's that one PSA is selling, the dagger? We get her a dagger.
Well,
$299.
that's like, so my wife has the SAS 365, so it's got the Reprolite sight on the back, which I can't shoot. I would need like reading glasses, and then I wouldn't be able to see the target. And then she's like, I think I want just a regular sight. And I'm like, I might have another slide coming in for it, but originally my plan was the Taurus folks were supposed to send me a GX4 and a TX22,
I
and
really want one of those TX22s.
and they haven't sent it yet. You know, at Iraq Veteran, I talked to them. They're like, "Yeah, we'll send you one out." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And it's like a week or two go by. You know, like they got my address and my billing information. Like, hey, where is it? They're like, "Yeah, it hasn't shipped yet." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I know. I saw the Savior equipment bags at the show, and I ended up buying 2 of them. I think they're phenomenal bags. I was hitting around that I wanted to review one, but I was like, whatever, I'll just buy it. I mean, I think they're great gun bags for $80. It's solid bag.
All right, I don't.
I'm dying here. All right, guys. I guess that's the end of the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Rich, what do you got going on? What do you got going on next, since you're right next to a blank screen?
Well, I'm hoping to get back to Florida and do the AK underwater shoot.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Everyone, please subscribe to here. I'm in there kind of. Yeah, my internet's getting wonky. It does this about an hour and a half into every chat.
That's crazy.
I know. I hope it doesn't do this with Hank. He's gonna be on Thursday.
Oh, he's coming on your show?
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
dude, I got to be there. I got to be in the chat to heckle.
Oh man, not too much. I'm gonna deep dive. I'm gonna deep dive on Hank Strange. It's gonna be fun.
No, you got to go back and look at one of his early videos before he had the mohawk.
Oh, I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. I'm doing all of it. There's so much there. I don't even know where to start.
What fun trivia fact can I tell you about Hank?
Just email me because this is gonna die pretty quick.
All right.
All right, kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm kind of live right now. You can kind of see me. Till next time, guys.